Happy Monday once again, everyone. Bryan Devore, Devore Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. Your last Monday market moment of the quarter already. We're already at the end of March. And today I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a gift. Do you want to be smarter than everyone else? What does that mean? Well, we'll talk about that in just a moment. First, let's look at the latest stats. Right now, we have 5,021 homes for sale throughout the county. It's an increase of 83, so we're now over 5,000 homes for sale. It's been a while since we've been there. Median list price, $965,000, higher than the week before. Average days on market, 48, one less day than the week before. Pending sales, 2378, up 70 from last week with a median list price of 896.5. We have average days on market of 30, and the months of inventory continues to go down, 2.63 months of inventory. So it was over 3 just a few weeks ago, but now getting closer to 2.5. Here's a chart, showing total actives, total pendings, both going up as we expect this time of year. How many homes came on the market last week? 868, 70 fewer than the week before. That's kind of interesting. So the pace of new listings coming on went down, not expected. Median list price 992.5, higher than the week before. New pendings 453, up 37 versus last week. Median list price of $899,000. Average days on market 25. New pendings listed within the last week 25, and new pendings listed within the last 2 weeks 193. So 5% of homes are selling in a week or less, and almost half, 43%, are selling in 2 weeks or less. How many homes closed escrow last week? 392, 3 fewer than the last week. Median list price 897,000, quite a big drop from the week before. Again, it's just a reflection of the homes that happen to be selling in that particular week. So week over week, it does change and quite a bit sometimes. Median sales price 905, also lower. Average days on market 28. Least expensive sale was in Escondido, manufactured home for $62,500. Coronado had the most expensive sale at $9 million. Here's a chart showing new actives, new pending, and new closed sales. So you can see the drop from last week as far as the number of new listings, a little bit of a surprise. So in the last few weeks, we've seen, more than the week before, and then less than the week before, more than the week before. It's kind of bouncing around. Same for pendings, although up versus last week, and around the same number of closed sales as the week prior. And here is that chart showing median list price and median sales price. Again, quite a big drop from last week. I think last week might have been an anomaly. Maybe we had some higher priced homes, or a lot of higher priced homes that closed. Here is the breakdown of what sold last month from Stephen Thomas's reports on housing in the different price categories. And right now, so 33% of the current inventory is priced under $750,000. So a third of the homes are priced under $750,000. Current demand, 31. So both those numbers are the highest versus the other price points. But again, usually we see way more demand than supply in this category, but the last few weeks we've seen more supply than demand. And then we now see more demand than supply in the 1 million to 1.25 million. And it doesn't get back to even until between 1.5 million and 2 million. Look at last year versus this year market time, 41 days versus 80 days, 30 versus 57. So homes are definitely taking longer to sell. Here is the how San Diego compares to the other counties in Southern California. And I like to look at market time, how we are faring. Ventura County, always pretty strong, 62. Orange County, 62. We're at 74 versus LA and Riverside counties are much longer. So we're doing pretty well, relatively speaking, in San Diego. How are we doing on the West Coast versus other parts of or Southern California versus the rest of the West Coast? And you can see our market time in Southern California is 85, 66 in the Bay Area, still super strong. Las Vegas actually 89, and then Phoenix 96. So we're not that far off from those areas. Okay, making you smarter than everyone else. Stephen Thomas occasionally also puts out some other really interesting stats. I'm going to give you some stats. So next time you're at a cocktail party, you want to talk about what's happening in the real estate world, quote these things. How many people, and I was just asked this today, how many people are buying with all cash? In San Diego County, this is actually from January, so a little bit of a lag. 23.4% of homes were all cash, no mortgage, 448 homes. It's a big percentage. Rates are higher. People don't want to use a loan if they can afford not to. They're paying cash. List price changes. This is an important stat to think about. 4% of homes that sold in February increased their list price. So they list their home for, say, $1 million, and before it closed, they increased that price. 72% of homes had no price change. 24% had a price decrease. And usually, when you see price decreases, homes sell for much less than their list price. In January, it was 31%. So fewer homes had a price decrease. So that's a good sign that fewer people are having to decrease their prices. More signs of a healthy real estate market. Sold versus original list price analysis. How many homes closed above their list price? Well, 36% in February actually sold above their list price. 13% sold at their list price. 51% sold below, which is lower than it was in January. 57% of homes sold below their list price in January. So again, signs of a healthier market when homes are selling for closer to or above their list price. Finally, 20.4% of inventory came off the market. The listings canceled, they expired, were not relisted. So we call them failed listings. So February marked a 5.5% decrease for homes pulled off the market. So that's a good sign. Homes that are going on the market are selling, and fewer homes are falling off the market. So these are all good signs, all good things to be able to quote when you are at a party and you want to impress your friends, some fun party tricks. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. Don't forget to scan the QR code to track your home's value. If you have any questions about the market or this information, feel free to give me a call, send me a text or an email. Be glad to help. Look forward to seeing you next Monday in the next Monday Market Moment in the first Monday of the second quarter. Have a great day.